What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel if you're a subscriber. I'm just going to kind of be a little more candid about things today. Probably hard to hear me. I'm going to roll the windows down a little bit. It's hot out there today. Well, my thermometer isn't really that great. Well, that was bad. I forgot to put the idle back down before I turned the engine off. Whoops. It's all right though. First time I've ever done that. All right. I just kind of want to be a little candid about things right now for people that may not see what's going on in the industry and how huge of an impact it's having on independent truck drivers out here right now. This will be kind of a short video. I'm just getting unloaded right now, and I just kind of wanted to make this quick. I'm basically just going to go over cost per mile and how it has dramatically increased solely because of the cost of fuel. As people say, the fuel is the biggest expense out here. The biggest expense. And that was before. That was before fuel was the biggest expense. Now, nothing comes close to the cost of fuel. I'm spending roughly around $3,000 per week on fuel by itself. $3,000 per week. And that's not even filling it up 3 times. Just so we're clear. It costs me more than $1,000 to fill it up each time. So roughly $3,000 a week is what I'm spending in fuel. $12,000 a month on a typical month, a typical 4-week month. $12,000 a month on fuel. Before, I was able to go through a week and spend maybe $1,500 on fuel in this truck. We're not, for those people that are going to be out there saying, well, yeah, in your Cascadia, of course, you got better fuel mileage. Of course you spent less money. Wrong. I'm talking about this truck. When I got this truck, even as the fuel was starting to increase a little bit after I bought this truck, I was spending at most $1,500 a week in fuel. I could fill this truck up for around $600. So, that's 2 fill-ups. It's about 2.5 fill-ups, because it does get bad fuel mileage. So it took about 2.5 fill-ups during the week, depending on the parts of the country I was in, the terrain, the wind, things like that. You know how that goes. It all plays a big part in your fuel mileage. The weight of the loads, things like that. $1,500 at most per week is what I spent in fuel in this truck. So that's $6,000 a month. That means fuel has literally doubled. Okay, literally doubled. Here's the breakdown, and I'll just put it on the calculator. And I'm going to be 100% upfront about what my home bills are. Well, I'm not each individual bill, but I'm going to be upfront about what everything tallies up to be in one lump sum. All right, so I'm going to do the old calculator here, and I'm going to do first what it was with the $6,000 a month figure and what it is now. And I want you to see this huge difference. I mean, and and when you consider what the fuel's doing and then what rates are doing at the same time, it's pretty dark. It is. I'm not gonna lie. It's got me looking for some new avenues, because it's not sustainable right now. And I know people will say that the spot market was never meant to be sustainable, but it always kind of has been. But when the fuel prices do what they're doing, I mean, I could easily get by on a $2.20 a mile load average with this truck all week long if fuel was still $3 a gallon or whatever, $2.50 a gallon, whatever. I could easily get by on $2.20 a mile. Not anymore. Not even close. I'll just go over it. I'll just go over the costs. Okay, so before, $6,000 a month on fuel. Where's my handy dandy calculator out here. $6,000 a month. So we're going to go ahead and go through this. I know it's going to be mirrored on here because I've got the FaceTime camera on me. All right, so $6,000 plus. Now my home bills, and this includes, when I say my home bills, I mean everything that I pay at home and, you know, per month. That includes the truck payment and my bobtail insurance and all that stuff. So, you know, it's actually, you know, household bills and most of my business bills as well. So, that's another $6,000 a month right there. So another $6,000. Let's see here. And then what else do we got? And then I have a little bit of fuel, or not fuel, I'm sorry. I have you know, like $450 a week taken out at PDP, for, my trailer payment and my, cargo insurance. Those two together are about $450 a week. And then also voluntarily, I put $1,000 a week away for maintenance, because without a good running truck, you've got nothing out here. So I put $1,000 a week away for maintenance, and I still am. I haven't let up on that. So there's $1,000 a week, plus the $450 a week. So we'll say 15. Oh crap, they're done with me already. We'll say $1,500 a week, or yeah, a week. So times 4, again, another $6,000. Let's see here. So we're at $18,000. Okay. So $18,000 on fuel when fuel was, you know, that's what I had. That's what I have to make to break even every week or every month is $18,000. Now they're coming out here to me. They might make me leave. I don't know. I might have to pick this up later. Howdy, all good?
Good to go, buddy.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
hey, can I sit out there on the street while I look for another load?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
A lot of times, how long you think you'll be?
I mean, I'll probably just spend the most of half an hour.
I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. A lot of times, if you want to, just like pull out or then back up against
Into that corner there?
the grass over there.
Okay.
And which you're probably wearing. It's kind of dried off a little bit, but as soon as that rock goes off, there ain't nothing there but mud. So
no, yeah, I haven't backed into a ditch yet, and I don't plan to today.
Okay,
So
but,
I'll keep that in mind.
You can do that too, or I've seen do it on the street too before.
Okay, all right. I'll just back into that corner then. That way, I'm a little safer that way.
I hear you.
I appreciate it, bud. All right, let's move the truck. We'll see if, I don't know what we'll see. I don't know where I was going with that one. Try not to trigger my drive time here. Alright. It is a hot one today, man. It really, really is. After I told him I won't back into the ditch, I'll probably back into the ditch. That would be funny and not funny. Alright, we should be alright here. go back and close my doors. While I'm thinking about it, let me show you this. Yeah, I drove over apparently a can of spray paint. Yes, can of spray paint. So hopefully I can get some mineral thinners or mineral spirits or whatever it's called, and get that crap off of there. Yep, we are decent. Yeah, I was getting off the interstate, and I was sitting at a red light, and I went to go roll forward. Oh, there's that ditch he was talking about. Can't really see it too well. But I went to go forward about an inch, just because, you know, just rolling forward a little bit. And I heard a loud explosion, like a tire blowing. And then I smelled what smelled like lacquer, like paint thinner in the air. And I'm like, ugh, what the heck happened? You know, what was that? Well, I got out and looked a little later, and sure enough, it was this. So yeah, that's kind of crappy. All right, back to this. So, what I was saying, gotta get my calculator back out here. All right, so $18,000 a month before fuel went up is what I had to make to break even. And that was including the fuel, of course. So, 18,000, and you know, typically people like to say 10,000 mile a week. That's 2,500 miles a week. I'll say, you know, 11,000 for me is a little more realistic, because I'll run between 2,500 and 3,000 miles most weeks. So we'll say 11,000. 18,000 divided by 11,000. So then you get $1.63 for the cost per mile. So that's my cost per mile on an 11,000 week. Of course, the more miles I run, the lower that figure goes. The less miles I run, the higher that figure goes. Most of you guys out there know how to figure that out. But this is mostly for people that don't understand what's going on out here. You know, be it whether you're a trucker or not a trucker, and you might be a company driver, and so you're not seeing it from the business aspect, the business perspective of things. So anyways, that's that. $1.63, that's about what I had to make before. Again, that's including everything. That's including my household bills, maintenance, fuel, everything. $1.63. So now we double the fuel. So now we're at $12,000 a month. All right, so that's another $6,000 on top of the 18. So that'll be, well, I don't know why I need to put that in my calculator. 6,000 on top of 18, that's of course 24,000. So $24,000 a month is what I now have to gross. That's what I have to, yeah, that's what I have to. And let's not forget too, there's, you know, you've also got to think about taxes too. I wasn't even thinking about that just now. So you know, put some money away for taxes. You know, I'll just, since I've already done it right now without taxes, this is what it is. So $24,000 a year, or a month, $24,000 a month is what I have to gross to break even with everything now with how fuel rates are. We'll divide that by 11,000. Yeah. It's probably mirrored. It is mirrored. In case you can't read it in a mirrored fashion. That's $2.18. So my cost per mile has gone from $1.68 to $2.18. And I know a lot of people are going to have, you know, well, what about, do you pay yourself, blah, blah, blah. No, technically I don't pay myself. Again, I'm being candid. I don't pay myself. I know there's risks involved with that, but again, I'm just showing you what, to break even, that's what I have to make. And even if I did pay myself, I could just pay myself out of this amount. So regardless, this is what I have to make to break even on everything. And it's $2.18 a mile is what I have to make. Well, I was sitting back here in the bunk editing this video in the air conditioning. That's why it's warm, or that's why the engine's on, and then, it's loud back here. I'm not shutting the engine off for this little short clip, but I felt it very important to make a note right here in the video that, yes, my cost per mile is $2.18, and something I didn't mention about $2.18, and I go into a tangent about that. But what I didn't mention is that because I'm on percentage pay, because I'm leased onto a carrier, I get 85%. That means that I have to find a load that is actually paying about, I think, $2.55, somewhere around there. About around $2.55 or so a mile, in order for me to make $2.18 a mile. And it's, as you can see with what the rates are doing, $2.50 a mile, or $2.55 a mile, that's actually becoming the above average number somewhat that you're seeing. I mean, brokers are trying really hard to push these numbers down. I mean, they are being very proactive about. For an example, I was trying to book a load yesterday with C.H. Robinson, and we'll get back to the regular video in a second, but I was trying to book a load with C.H. Robinson yesterday, and they wanted to push it for about $1,300 is what they were trying to push it for. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was okay. But because it's like, I'm trying to, it was probably about $2.80 a mile, $2.90 a mile. I called my rep. Well, I emailed my rep and said, hey, see if they'll do it for $1,800. And yes, that's driving high right now for that kind of a load. He replied back about 15 minutes later saying that the DAT, the DAT 7-day average, which, yeah, like they're going to follow the 7-day average if it was the other way around. But the DAT 7-day average is $1,400 for that lane. So they're going to keep it at $1,300. What does that tell you? That tells you they are driving. They're proactively pushing the rates down. He could have offered it back to me at $1,400, but he didn't. He said they were going to keep it at the $1,300. They weren't even going to offer me the $1,400 after he acknowledged that the DAT 7-day average is $1,400. So just keep that in mind, okay? But I wanted to make this note about how, because I'm leased onto a carrier, I've actually got to average on the load board $2.55 a mile or more. That way I get $2.18 a mile after PDP gets their cut. So there we go. And brokers are coming down on that nut. The rates are just coming down so fast. I have seen so many loads here lately that have under $2 a mile rates. Under $2 a mile. Yeah, like, again, if fuel wasn't as high as it is, I really wouldn't care as much. But good Lord, fuel has just, well, it's doubled. You just saw it. It's doubled. And it's going to be hard for a lot of people. I was watching a Gentry and Sons video. I think his latest one, the one where he went up to help Rich Rebuilds. Is that what it's called? Or Rebuilds? I forget. It's a great channel up. I think it's in Pennsylvania, where he was working on that 701 or the airplane. You know, he rebuilds things, hence the name of the channel. But he rebuilds things, and that airplane really took his channel off. And he just recently had a boat given to him, and Tim from Gentry and Sons, you know, did a collaboration with him and went up there and got his boat to transport it. Anyways, he was at the beginning of that video. Tim was talking about what they have to make on their trucks cost per mile. And keep in mind, they do have to pay their drivers on top of everything else because they hire drivers to run their trucks. And their cost per mile to break even was $250 per mile. And yeah, he's got, you know, a lot of great contracted freight, I do believe, you know, especially from boat hauling, stuff like that. But $2.50 a mile to operate a truck. And we're seeing rates on the norm at $2.20 a mile. Things are going to have to change, or there's going to be a lot of, there's going to be a lot of turmoil out here. I'll just say that. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get off here and look for a load. But there's nothing here, guys. I mean, freight volume is just down. It is down. Freight volume is unbelievably low. I'm not very far from St. Louis right now, and there is hardly anything. You know, it's just like you get on Uber within a 150 mile radius, 200 mile radius from where I'm at right now. There's one thing on the board on Uber. JB Hunt, 150 mile radius. You know, I'm like 30 miles from St. Louis. There's about 4 things on the board right now, you know, for today. But even still, for the whole, however long they have booked out to, there's only about 70. You know, typically in this area, you know, and anywhere in the Midwest, if you put a location in and you say you want to see what's within a 150 mile radius of anywhere in the Midwest, because you're close to industry anywhere in the Midwest. You know, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Dayton, Columbus, you know, Chicago. I mean, you're a stone's throw away from a ton of industry. 150 mile radius from where I'm at right now for the entire, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 days, however long booked out Uber, or not Uber, but JB Hunt has their loads booked out to on there. They have like 70, 80, something like that. When typically, if you do that, you know, it's like, typically you get 100 in a day. You know, there's like 100 per day within a 150 mile radius in the Midwest, of anywhere in the Midwest. It's scary. It's insane to see what's going on. You know, it really is. I mean, if you guys are seeing something different, you know, gladly share. But I'm just being candid right now. That's why I was telling a friend of mine who watches the channel that, you know, my cost per mile was like $1.70. But there was a few things that I wasn't taking into account when I told him that. So if he watches this video and sees what I said it is now, well, that's why. It's just insane. I guess this video wasn't as short as I wanted it to be. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get off here, guys. I'm going to look for a load. And there's really nothing on there right now. And I have to be home tomorrow, if not at the absolute latest. I have to be home Thursday morning. It's now Tuesday afternoon. But I have to be home Thursday morning for a wedding. You know, we're going to be going up. It's my brother-in-law. He's getting married, and we're taking the camper, the motorhome, up to a campground near where they're getting married, and we're going to make a weekend out of it. But yeah, anyways, I'm, you know, so I've like I said, I've got to be home. So I may not even get a load today. I may just start deadheading back towards Indiana. I am right here. I'm in Redbud, Illinois. Right, basically, like I said, pretty close to the river in Illinois. Like I said, 30 miles from St. Louis. So we'll see what we can do. But I really hope you guys are having good luck out there. I hope you guys are able to keep doing this. You know, I made the name on this channel because, you know, survive to thrive. It's a, you know, it's a good, it's cheesy, but it's a good mantra to live by. You know, I mean, if you can survive the hard times, you can thrive during the good times. And this is going to be a true testament to that name. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be an absolute true testament to that name. Anybody that can survive through this right now, they're going to come out thriving, absolutely thriving. So, I guess that's about the only good positive thing to take out of it, is if you get through this mess, no one's going to be able to stop you. So I'm going to jump off here and, like I said, look for a load. And if I can't find anything, just start heading back east. So y'all have a good one out there. Please be safe. Please be smart about what you're doing. Now more than ever, you really got to look 4 steps ahead. So take care, guys.